just wanted to do a quick review of the Lionel 2023 Volume 2 Catalog. Thanks for stopping by. Most of you have probably already gone through this catalog. You already know what you like and don't like. So I just kind of wanted to just give my quick opinion on some of it. As that's kind of what I want this channel to be, is more giving my opinion on things as opposed to just doing full reviews. There are people who do a much better job of reviewing compared to me. So let's get into it. So I will just quickly note, a lot of people have noted that the base 3 is not in this catalog, but I don't think that's a big deal. I'd rather them perfect it than rush it out and then it has a whole bunch of problems. It is a little weird that it's not in the catalog. So we're going to get into Legacy Steam. This is definitely where I buy most of my engines. I don't have any MTH or Atlas or Third Rail Sunset yet. I have all Lionel Legacy Steam engines. I don't have any diesels even at this point. So let's get into it. The F-19 Pacifics, this is probably where I'm going to be getting something, I think. I think this engine looks fantastic. I prefer engines that look, I guess you would say, a little bit angrier. I don't, I still like my Niagara and, more cleaner looking engines, but if it's got all this stuff going on in the front, yeah, I just prefer that. I like a little bit more of a meaner looking steam engine, if you could say how it would look, how to describe it. As far as what I would be looking to get, I'm looking at either this one, the 490. I do like how this tender has this little bit more of an emblem on the Vandy tender, or the gray boiler. I think the gray boiler looks pretty sharp. I do like this little emblem up on the front. I do wish the C&O was right here. I think that would make this probably perfect. If this had the big C&O on it, it would be perfect. The other ones are definitely nice as well. The standard tender, I just think if the Vanderbilt tender is available, that's where I would be leaning towards. But I mean, this looks good too. Has the whistle steam, priced at $1299.99. I've seen on Charles Rowe, I heard someone reach out to me say that that's available for pre-order for $1,079, which is where I get most of my pre-orders from. It's just that's a great deal. If you can get it for a little over $1,000 for an engine with this much detail, I think that's a home run. I think that's why Lionel put this engine first. I think that's why they also gave it so many variations. They gave it the Halloween, they gave it the Christmas, they gave it these other options. The Christmas one looks great, but like I was saying, I think Lionel did this because they want this one to be a really nice engine at a good price to help get some more people into the hobby. I think when someone can get a nice engine for a good price, they'll start buying more higher end stuff because they can appreciate the nice quality details of an engine like this, and then they'll seek out, they'll pay the extra couple $100 next catalog for an engine with nice details because they'll start to appreciate it. Which this one, I mean, if this is delivered the way it looks, it's going to have a lot of nice detail on it. I mean, all this stuff up here, that's beautiful. It reminds me of the L2A Mohawk with all this piping, the water heater up front. I mean, it shows a lanyard. If that's got a lanyard, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, even the cylinder detail, if it comes with that cylinder detail, that's nice. Adding the silver in on the, I believe these are air pumps. I'm definitely not a train aficionado. If I mess up, you can roast me in the comments down below. But some great offerings. I think they got another page here. The George Washington ones, again, they got the little detail emblem up front for both of these. Again, just a slight difference on the tender, it looks like. I haven't really noticed anything else other than the little C&O on the tender. But it's great that they have this offering. The passenger cars I don't need. I already have C&O 21-inch passenger cars from Lionel with the station sound card that plays the George Washington announcements. So I'm pretty much good on that. The prices on these passenger cars is starting to get a little ridiculous, in my opinion. I mean, I know these would be cheaper when you do pre-orders. I hope they're actually even cheaper after pre-orders, but I know a lot of the suppliers, they will go to this price after pre-orders. But I mean, $1,000 for 4 passenger cars, are they nice? I'm sure. Myself personally, I'd rather get something from trains.com that's a little older, that works and looks perfectly fine. That's just how I feel about passenger cars. Alright, on to the 2662s. The art on these is horrible. I would like to... I hope Lionel sees this. I know they won't because I'm not a big YouTuber. But if you're trying to sell an $1,800 engine, it can't look like this in a catalog. It just can't. This is pretty bad. I wanted to like these when I first saw this up top. I was like, oh, 2662s. I know what these are supposed to look like. Nice offerings. And I'm like, oh, I wonder what kind of details they have. And then you zoom in and you're like, what did they do? Whose job was this? Were they a little tired that day? It's, you know, you're trying to sell an $1,800 engine, which, I mean, you compare this is $1,800. You go back, you know, $1,300. This sells itself to me compared to something like this. These engines, I've always liked these, but not enough to get one. I did think it was weird that there isn't a C&O version offered, because that's kind of, in previous runs, there's always been a C&O. I do like this Northern Pacific. The one thing I wish, or I hope happens when these are shown is when they do these paint jobs, all these details, like this piping and stuff, and like the handrails, if those are black in comparison to the color of the boiler and they really stand out, it is a nice look. When they paint it all the same color and they all kind of just blend in, it does take a little bit away from the details, but it's not a bad thing. But they do have some nice offerings. I think these are good engines, especially if you want an articulated engine that can run an 054. This is great. If you know, it's just one of those in between curves, 054, between 054 and 072. But this just gives you that opportunity if you run 054 or 060. Go to the next page. The Western Maryland version. This is nice. I know right now 1309 is a running engine. Again, the artwork doesn't make me excited for this. I'm assuming that it will look way better. I mean, even if you zoom in here, like this firebox detail, there's nothing there for $1,800. It's just a little... I'd be scared to do a pre-order. This is definitely something because of the artwork. I would personally, if I were to get one of these, I would probably wait till it comes out, or if they can show a more detailed version of it before pre-orders are over. Passenger set is nice. I do like 21-inch passenger cars. Like I said, I do have a set myself of C&O, and they run pretty well. You do have to detail the interior yourself, but Lionel has made it very easy to take these shells off to do so. Eventually I will I'll do a video of my 21-inch passenger cars. I did paint the inside and I added passengers, and I think it came out great for never having done it before. So I'm looking forward to making that video someday. So we have the consolidations. These are cool little engines. And they gave a lot of offerings, which I appreciate. Some cool features, some nice looking. I mean, I like how they're doing this blackened rod, blackened rims look on some of these. The plow is fantastic. The only thing I can say is I think Lionel should have just made this something that all of them could have, because the price isn't any different for getting a plow. and it's just something that they should all have it. I mean, make this one red, make the rest of them all black or something. I think that would have been a nice touch. Maybe they'll throw that in. I don't know. Coloring on these and options, great. I love the Seaboard Airline. This is great coloring. This is, if I was going to get one of these, it would either be this one or the Burlington because you get the plow. But I like how they offer different tenders. The Grand Trunk, like this is a nice little tender. I love the little chains, the little details on the back. Whistle steam on these from I remember previous runs looks fantastic coming out from here because it's very hidden. Looks nice. But you figure $900. These will probably pre-order for around $750. That's a great engine. You get whistle steam, a nice size engine. Unfortunately, it's not like the H10s with the swinging bell. That'd be pretty cool. If they added that, these things would sell like crazy. I think Lionel should start trying to get swinging bells into any little train like this, or engine that is. They would just sell like crazy. To the M1s. These are awesome. When I first saw these, I'm like, oh, an M1B. It's like, no, it's not quite an M1B, but it is very similar. I am probably not going to get one of these. I went a little heavy on the Vol2 catalog, so I'm pretty much going to just keep it to probably the F19 on this catalog. But if I could get another engine, it would either be the Consolidation or one of these. These are great. Again, I love that Lionel starting to offer these other tenders is really nice. And the fact that it changes 054 to 072, it's great. They're trying to make everyone happy. The artwork again is not perfect, but they do show a little bit more detail. I think you get a sense of what you're getting more compared to the 2662s. I do think they made a mess up here. Not like they messed up the catalog, but I think they missed an opportunity where these ones, they're almost identical. It's like, why show these two? What I think they should have done is made one with the Tuscan red up top and then made one with the all green. I think that would have helped add even more variety to because these are the only two that are 072 only ones. The rest are all 054. Me personally, if I was going to get one of these, I probably wouldn't be going for one with a small tender. I feel like this is a cool train because of the tender option. The big tenders, the long haul tenders, they're almost the size of the engine. It's just neat looking. And then we have the FEF 3s. These, I like these. I definitely like my Northerns. I have a GS1 Northern, I have a Niagara Northern, and I know I have another Northern, I think. Trying to remember here. Having a little bit of a brain fart. Trying to remember if I have another Northern. Oh, I have a Greenbrier on the way. So I'll have 4 Northerns. I definitely like my Northerns. I have that CNO orange creamsicle Northern on the way. Should hopefully be here in a few weeks. Would I like to get one of these eventually? Yes. Something I don't like about these is the whistle steam being up close by the smokestack. I've noticed that I tend to get engines where the whistle steam is back towards the cab to spread out the effects a little bit. These do look nice, except for I'm just not even gonna look over here. I know some people like this livery, and I love the fantasy schemes. I really do. I really do. But this thing just looks god awful to me. It's like gimmicky for gimmicky sake. But I know some people like it. Once it's on the proper engine that it was meant for, I think it'll look good. But when it's on the Challenger and on this thing, I think it's the red rims that do it for me. I think if they didn't do the rims in red, I'd be fine with it. But it's the red rims. I think they should have done the rims in gold or yellow, just not red. I just can't do it. They only offered one tender with coal. The rest are oil, which I found was a little interesting too. I do like that there is no smoke deflector on this. I actually took the smoke deflectors off my Niagara. I'm starting to really like that look. I do need to complete the white line on the walkway on mine, and I think I might leave it that way. It is an interesting, because when you see trains that are supposed to have smoke deflectors and you take them off, it's just a way of making it a little bit more custom to your layout. And then I also wanted to note on these, this is where I'm starting to get a little confused with Lionel on what they do with the pricing. Again, here we're going to go into my opinion a little bit, is the pricing. They are selling this, or listing it for $1,800. It's not that different from the F-19. You get, decent size engine, nice tender. The F-19's arguably more detailed than this. Smokestack and whistle steam. And this is $500 more. I know the engine's a few inches longer. It's like 3 inches longer. But you can tell, like, this is where Lionel assumes they're making their money. Like, that's immediately what I thought. Or it's like, this is where they're going to make up their money for maybe offering the F-19s cheaply. They're going to add a little extra on this. I think these probably should have been priced around $1,500. So, take that as you will. I mean, people definitely love these. I'm going to pass on them. Someday I'd like to add one. Definitely not this thing. But these are nice. I love the Greyhound. I used to have a Greyhound Challenger. I sold it because it was a Line Master. I've always wanted to get a Greyhound engine since. Hopefully someday I can get a Greyhound Challenger again in full standard scale. But yeah, if you're getting one of these, I'm sure you're going to love it. I just think Lionel's being a little fishy with the way that they're pricing things. Auxiliary tenders. The only questions I have on these are great. I have one. It's a Vision Line one. These ones are a little different in terms of their shape. The only thing I'm not sure about is if the dummies still have a light and electrocoupler function, or if they really have nothing. If they have nothing, I don't understand why they're $350. If they have nothing, they should be like $175. The ones that have everything in it being $500 is, to me, is a touch high. My Vision Line one was listed at $500, and I think I picked that up pre-order $375 back when I bought it. That was a Vision Line one. This is just kind of like a more standard legacy one, and it's listed for $500. I'd hate to see what a Vision Line tender would be now. But these are great. If you're getting the big boy, if you're getting one of those FEFs, if the dummy ones do have a reverse light, I don't even care about an electrocoupler, but a reverse light, if you're going to just back up your train, I would definitely probably get a dummy one, because honestly, the legacy sounds to me are a little overrated for the price. And especially in a hobby where we're all trying to spread out our funds to get as much as we can on our layout, because you can never have enough. Yeah, that would be interesting for me to find out. Hopefully someone can, if anybody knows, please let me know down in the comments too. If you're watching this and you know what's going on with these tenders, the dummy tenders, if it's just nothing, or if it maybe just has the backup light when you hit reverse. I don't know. I mean, a simple TMCC command could turn the light on and off if you put it in reverse. You wouldn't need legacy. Passenger cars, again, pricing, it's rough. Nice looking cars, standard cars. You can probably go on trains.com or secondhand and get an MTH set of these for $400 for a 5-pack, and they'll work perfectly fine. That it's just, I think Lionel is eventually going to see these not sell almost at all. Like, I think they're going to become so collectible because nobody buys them because of the price. I could be wrong, but that's just how I see it going. I think 21-inch passenger cars are going to be the ones that sell still. Maybe the wood-sided passenger cars too, because those are pretty unique. But these regular heavyweights, I just don't see them selling for these prices. Legacy diesel. I do not own a diesel. I have yet to jump into owning a diesel. But that being said, I'm beginning to grow an appreciation for them. mainly because of the colors and the colors that they can bring to a layout. I recently went to Strasbourg with my sons. We got to sit in the Conrail. I don't remember what road number it was, but the blue was beautiful on it. It's sitting there in the museum in Strasbourg. I believe it was Conrail. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Conrail blue. Gorgeous engine. Got to go inside. If you get a chance to go to that museum, check it out. If you love trains, just to be able to walk around, see the size of some of these things, they're amazing. But yeah, once you see something in person, you always get an appreciation for the model. So definitely the Conrail blue, I like it. The SD50s, again, to me, diesels just, they don't do it for me yet, or at least the more modern stuff. SD70 ACEs, again, colors, amazing. You want to add color to a layout, this is the way to go. I like this Illinois terminal coloring, it looks great. Jersey Central. New York Central always looks good to me just because I'm from New York. But like any of these, you can't really go wrong. I mean, they just, any heritage units, they just look great. Good size. It's just, yeah, I think if you're into diesels, you can't go wrong with some of this stuff. GP30s, I know a lot of you diesel guys out there, you're excited to see these. The Pennsylvania one with the extra antennas. Again, Lionel's doing a good job adding variations. Alaska Railroad, even with just like this little light up top, something different, something to separate it from the pack. And it is, it's nice to see that they're doing that more. So I'm gonna go through this stuff a little bit quicker now. F7s, I do like F units. F and E units is something that eventually, someday, I think I'm going to get a diesel that will be an F or an E unit. Probably an E unit. I just like the longer size. But these come in great paint. The Frisco looks nice. I mean, black and yellow, can't go wrong with that look. The blue bonnet looks great. The Burlington looks great. I did think it was a little interesting that I wish that they would offer like the super base in like 2 different road numbers, so you could do an ABBA and get 2 of them be super bases, and you could really shake your layout apart. I think that would be pretty chill. Why they only offer it in 1 number, because I mean you can still buy 2 of them, but you'll just have the same road numbers, which, you know, if you're okay with that, you're okay with that. If the numbers are small and you don't care, get 2 super bases and really make, you know, some ruckus on your layout. Again, Boston and Maine, I mean, that looks great. That blue, awesome. Rock Island with the mismatched colors, very cool. I like these little hats on. I'm assuming this is like a vent fan or something. I don't know diesels. I don't know what this thing is for. Let me know down below. I am a dummy when it comes to these things. But you can build some great looking trains. This right here, the Great Northern Empire Builder, is a set that the real train I've always enjoyed seeing pictures of. To me, in this catalog, this is the best set available. You can tell me otherwise. Some of you might not like orange and green. I love the combination of the colors. This set with the Vista domes, the dome cars, the way that the observation car at the end will look. If you could do an ABBA engine configuration with all the passenger cars, I know that's expensive. I mean, if we're going by these numbers, that's like what, almost a $4,000 set, $4,500 set. I really didn't do the math on that, but this would be the set to have. I think it's over 16 feet of train, but it would look amazing going around a layout with 072 or 080, 084 curves, or 096, because the 21-inch passenger cars, the bigger the curve, the nicer they look. But they look okay going around 072. My opinion is this is the best set. This is one of the best sets I've seen that you could compile in the last couple of catalogs, in my opinion. Again, if orange and green and Great Northern isn't your thing, you probably just went right over this and you're like, whatever. I've always liked the Empire Builder set. I think it looks good. The only thing that I feel rivals this is the Northern Pacific. sets. That again, maybe I'm just a sucker for green, but the light green and the dark green, I've always liked that combination too. Moving on. Switchers. Always, it seems like switchers have been in the past couple of catalogs. The NASA one's definitely cool. I'm assuming they did that because of the rocket booster set. This Canadian Pacific is nice. I just think that's just a classy looking engine. I think it's again, just of all the offerings that they've been doing lately with the fixed pilot switchers, they all look good. I don't have much to say on these. Again, it's not something I would buy, but they look good. Nice set, Lehigh Gorge Scenic Railway. Again, because it's a diesel set. It's interesting that they have a caboose with a passenger set. I don't know anything about this railway, but if they run a caboose at the end, it's pretty cool. It's just a nice way to have an old school touch to a modern locomotive power. Two nice sets, Western Pacific. It's interesting that they only offer this in a set, and you couldn't just get this, but I think you get a lot here, considering I think they were selling these for $1,200 for just the AB. I mean, for the AA, and you're getting all this rolling stock with this, and I'm sure so $1,600. Most dealers will probably have this listed at probably like somewhere around $1,400, maybe even less. The M1 Middle Division Manifest Legacy set, I think they did make a good call in using the 054 tenders, because that makes this set available to more people. I think it's a good looking set. Haven't done the math to figure out if it's a good value, but usually the sets are. I don't know if there's any unique rolling stock not offered or anything else, but you get a lot of good stuff with this set. American Orient Express, I know nothing about this passenger set. If anyone wants to write me a paragraph down below explaining this, I don't know anything about it. It's a nice looking set. This catalog is amazing. Look how nice this art is. And then you go back to the 2662s. I'm going to keep harping on that, but the artwork on the 2662s is so mind-boggling to me for an $1,800 engine. Like, this makes sense. Like, you get a good sense of what you're getting, even though this is animated art. It's not pictures of, like, real models. This is nice. I don't know what you would run as far as motive power with this for it to be correct. Again, if anybody knows, let me know down below. But this is a nice looking set. Passenger cars, I don't know much about these. I think I'm just going to gloss over them. Again, the prices are just ridiculous. I don't like to be one of those price is ridiculous people, but this is almost $500 for a car. I mean, I don't know. If it's for you, it's for you. Like, if you like this stuff, I get it. For me, I'm just gonna gloss over it. Some gondolas. I get with new rolling stock. I look for old, either secondhand or just stuff that has been sitting around. Like, I buy old MTH and old K-line stuff off of trains, or any of the suppliers out there, because just the pricing is better. Like, I don't like spending over $50 for a reefer car if I have to, especially a gondola. I mean, $130. I understand pre-order is going to be less, but $135 for one car. I get it, it's got graffiti. I just can't do it. If you guys can do it, more power to you. Hopefully you guys are definitely, if you're buying this, I hope you get it. I hope you enjoy it, and it's something that you really appreciate. Double sheath boxcars, these look nice. Again, I can't do the price. I would love a New York Central, Northern Pacific, love it. The Strasbourg one will definitely sell well. They'll get their money on this. If 90 ever gets delivered for you guys who got 90, I'm sure you'll all want to get like 5 or 6 of these. They look great. Now that I've been to Strasbourg, I have a great appreciation for it. Excuse me, but I just can't for those prices. Patriot Sounds PS1 boxcar. These are nice. These are nice enough that I would almost try to get them pre-ordered. But this is one of those things where I'd want to hear the sounds first before getting it. But they look cool. I like these. Figure out which branch you want for these two. These are nice. I think this was a home run by Lionel. Pricing is a bit high, but I think it's a solid offering. These right here are something I really do want to get. Which one I do not know. Which 3-pack? These, I mean, $249. Pre-ordering is probably gonna be like $200. $200 for 3 of these would be great. I like this first one kinda, because I kind of looked at these briefly. I'm not sure which artwork I like the most. This I like. This I think people should get if you model that era. Even if you don't, it's kind of nice to have something like this. I don't know how long. I think this is supposed to kind of go with the big boy release. These are kind of something that would go nice with that. But I'm definitely considering getting the F19 and probably maybe one of these, and that'll probably do it for me out of this catalog. 2-bay hoppers. Can't go wrong with a 2-bay hopper. Let's see, got 3-packs. Oh, okay, cool. 3-packs, that's nice. Oh, you can get individual. Okay, individual and then 3-packs. Oh, it's nice that they offer 3-packs. I actually did not notice that. But these always look nice. The only thing I will say is I do have a old Chicago Burlington, and the couplers on that old Lionel 3-pack were horrible. I actually super glued them shut because they would just open for no reason. They were very hard to actually get them to couple to each other. They're actually couple easier to other rolling stock as opposed to coupling to themselves. So I'm hoping Lionel fixed that on this go around, but that is something to look out for. But they do look really nice. I'm just gonna go over this stuff. I don't know if there's anything else I want to go over. Yeah, I'm not gonna get into all that. So let's just kind of go. We'll go all the way back. So I'm probably looking over here. I think this is the best bang for your buck. Look at the detail. It looks great. If you've stuck with me this long through the catalog review, thank you so much. I'm trying to get back into doing the YouTube stuff. The basement is getting there. If you've been following along with that, I'm going to start hopefully doing the bench work within the next month. I got a little bit more free time. I do have a temporary floor layout going right now, which if you've seen over on my Instagram, you can see more little clips of trains running over there, but I will start putting some videos together to put on YouTube. And yeah, let me know what you think below. I think F19 is probably, I think, where most people are going to be getting a steam engine if they're going to get a steam engine. And I think the GP30s and the F units are where a lot of people are be getting the diesels. I don't think anybody's going to buy a passenger set from this catalog. I think everyone's just going to be like, I don't think so. So leave me comments down below also on my general review and my opinion. It helps me for the next one and my next review of anything. If you let me know if I did okay on anything or if I sucked on anything. I'm just here to appreciate this with all of you. So hopefully you enjoyed that little spiel, and we will get another video out soon, maybe running some trains. All right. Have a good one.